I just want to talk to you today about you're in Australia. You came to Australia in 1960.
Yeah.
They changed the currency in 1966 to dollars and cents.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know much about this. I was born in 72, but before then we had pounds. Is that right?
Yeah.
So this was Australian money. It wasn't English money. It was Australian pounds, was it?
Yeah.
It's not the same as English money.
No.
Could you use it in England, or
No.
that was different?
Well, you can use Australian dollars in England.
Yeah, no, I know,
Yeah.
but I'm saying
No, you have to exchange it. Use
Okay.
Australian dollars. Yeah.
So
it's English, Australian pounds. Yes.
What is Australian pounds? How was that in relation to English pounds? Was it it was a pegged currency then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or
The currency was pegged.
yeah. Was it 1 for 1? One English pound was 1 Aussie pound.
One English pound was £2 5 shillings, Australian. So an English pound was worth more.
English pound was worth more, 2.5 times more virtually.
For £1 English, you got £2.50. Oh no, $2.50 or something. Yeah, it was a one. Yeah, no, it was it was about what's 50? I think I'm getting my memories playing up there. But the English pound was worth more than the Australian pound. You got more.
Now tell me this. So but you had, what did you have? I don't understand this. I never heard of this. You had pence. What did you have? You had pounds,
pounds, shillings, and pence.
Pounds, shillings, and pence. So pence is like the smallest.
Well, you even got smaller than that. You had a farthing,
okay,
a quarter of a pence.
Okay. A pence. How many pences equal a shilling?
12 pennies. 12 pence equals a shilling.
And how many shillings equal a pound?
20 shillings was a pound.
Fuck me, Dad. Why do you have one that's 12 and one that's 20? What the fuck is this?
Well, it's probably historical. You could
no, but do you understand that? That's not easy to understand.
You can divide 12 by more numbers than you can 10. See, with computers, they work on decimals. See,
so let me get this right. The pound. If you had 20 shillings is a pound.
Pound, yeah, and
not 10 shillings. 20 fucking shillings.
20 shillings was a pound,
and 12 pennies
was a shilling.
A shilling, and how many farthings you said? What?
Well, then because that penny was a lot of money.
Yeah,
you could buy a cup of tea for a penny, and so you had the smallest one was a farthing, which was a quarter of a penny.
Yeah, of course, 4 of those.
A quarter, a farthing.
Fuck.
Yeah. Then you had half penny.
Okay.
Half of a penny, and then you had a penny.
Oh, I see.
And really, if you look at going back, back in England, I mean, wages were probably 3 shillings a week. Back in 1900.
I see what you're saying. Now, 1966, you weren't working then, were you? You started in 67.
I started 67. Salary 2006 per annum, dollars.
2006
per annum. That's right. It must have. I started working in 67. It changed in 1966.
That's right.
They changed.
So did you still have the when they had the new currency? What leave period did they have?
You could use both for a couple of years.
Oh, you could use either one.
Yeah. If you use pounds, that was worth. It was very simple because £1 equals $2.
Oh, £1 was $2.
Yeah. So in that exchange rate before, £1 became $2.50. See?
One
English pound became $2.50.
Oh, I see. That's how it went there.
But
you don't remember what the US was to that, do you?
Oh no, US. Well, no, I don't. No, it was fixed also. Was fixed, but then when Keating came in, the deregulated exchange rate, deregulated interest rates,
early days. Did that cause a lot of confusion for people?
Yeah, I remember I was working. I was a kid working, playing at the races, playing the clarinet in a band at the races, and we used to get paid after about 6 of these. We'd 6 events, we'd get paid. So I remember I came along, and I had to get say $45 because they changed the dollars.
Yeah.
And the person paying out, he paid me £45.
Oh, I see.
And I thought, well, that's a bit funny. So then I went away, and I thought, hey, that's a windfall, for a school kid.
So did you give it back?
I was tempted to.
Yeah. You're too poor to give it back.
I was too poor, and this guy is a bookie anyway.
Oh, they can't anyhow.
But
I should have known better.
I felt guilty about that for a long time. But to me, that was a real, like, you know, $45 was a lot, and he gave me 90 by mistake.
I see.
Because he was confused in his mind between pounds and that.
Yes.
And a lot of people made mistakes like that for a long time, until eventually it went because the pound was...
See, I don't even remember that. See, I was born in 72. I don't even remember that at all. So your first year's salary was
2006 per annum.
2006
dollars.
How much was that a week?
Well, it's about $50 a week.
How much tax did you pay on that?
Oh, it's the same, but, you know,
do you remember?
10%. Was that? No, well, you know, the taxes.
So that was a reasonable salary then. What was your father earning then when you were earning 2006?
Oh, he was probably earning about 2,500 in the factory.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Maybe.
So what other years do you remember your salaries from?
Well,
what years do you remember how much you earned?
Well, I remember my father-in-law saying once, I was in the nursery bank, he said, "Oh, show me your group certificate, show me your earning." And I'd say, "Oh, no. He said, come on, dear man, come on, look, I earn all this money, you talk a lot." So he showed me his, and it said, you know, $23,000. I said, I said, don't worry about it. He said, no, show me yours, come on, show me yours. So I showed him mine, and he never talked to me anymore about salaries.
I see. How much was yours? 60?
About 50 something, yeah, because there was a lot of fringe benefits involved too. Plus a car, plus all these things, yeah. So he never asked me again. And I remember another one, you know, Mr. Brown. He said to me, "Oh, I drive a Coca-Cola truck. I'm very important. Oh, I'm very important. What do you do, son? What do you?" Here was short pants, hair was short. He thought this, little whippersnipper with a bubble under his nose, you know. He said, "What do you do, son? What do you do?" I said, I just, work in bank. He said, "Oh, come on, what do you do? What do you do?" I said, "I'm a merchant banker." Oh shit! So that was it. That was the end of that. So
he was nice enough.
He's a nice man.
He's still alive.
Yeah, he
nice,
came to me for many years.
He's a nice guy.
He's retired now. He might have been. I think he's still alive. Because yeah, he's a nice man, and his wife was nice.
I've seen them at the movies. You know, at the Sherwood. The Chalmers Cinema. You know that Chalmers?
Yeah.
You know the art house cinema? I've seen him there on Cheap Tuesday. I always go Tuesday. Because it's pretty expensive, that place.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. He's always nice.
He's nice.
His wife was lovely too. She's really nice. Steve was always a bit prickly. You know, the son was always a bit. He's always a bit nasty. You know, they went through that bad phase in England where there was no jobs. Yeah. Very anti-Thatcherite. Yeah. And very anti. Fucking, the skinhead mentality. 3-day week. Yeah. The bosses are cunts. They just.
Yeah, they had really bad. Yeah,
they went through that period where people were just aggressive, nasty cunts.
Yeah, people lost their job. They closed down the shipyards in Scotland, Glasgow, and that, and there was no jobs, and people left Scotland and went everywhere. There's very big unemployment in England, and.
Well, all I could say is, it couldn't honestly happen to a nicer bunch of cunts.
Oh.
Yeah, but as Margaret Thatcher said to the coal miners, "You have priced yourself out of a job. It's not me who has sacked you. You have priced yourself out of a job, you lazy gits. Get back to work, you lazy fuckers." That's what she said. Well, Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah, but she's
Iron Lady, that one.
She's partly right, partly wrong, but isn't she?
I tell you what, she told those Argentinians a thing or two. Those pussies needed a fucking good fucking.
If she was so good, why did they kick her out straight away after?
Sorry?
Why did they? She won the election. She won the war, won the election, and
they always do that.
And they kicked her out.
Did the same to Churchill as well. They did the same.
Then she was gone. Major took over.
They did the same to Churchill as well. You know that? You know that? They did the same to Churchill. Don't worry about that. That's fucking for sure there. No, that's a great video, that.